Hey, greetings humans. In this episode, we're going to look at two young lovers who hatched a sinister plan to eliminate what they call obstacles in the way of their love and how they were caught executing their sinister plot. The warm sun was setting on the city of Hyderabad as Kerthy Reddy and her boyfriend Keerthi Sashi walked towards her mother's house. They had been planning this for weeks, and tonight was the night they would execute their sinister plan. Kerthy had been dating Sashi for a few months, and her mother Ranjitha wasn't in support of their relationship. She would berate Kerthy and threaten to throw her out of the house if she continued seeing him. The tension between mother and daughter had been brewing for a while, and Kerthy had had enough. She wanted to be with Sashi, and she would stop at nothing to make that happen. As he approached the house, Kerthy could feel her heart pounding in her chest. She knew that what they were about to do was wrong, but her love for Sashi blinded her to reason. Ranjitha was in her bedroom reading a book when the couple walked in. She looked up and saw Kerthy and Sashi standing in front of her, and before she could say anything, Sashi lunged at her, grabbing her by the throat. Kerthy stood there, watching in horror as her boyfriend strangled her mother to death. She wanted to stop him, but she was paralyzed with fear. Let's take a break here and acknowledge that this story is presented for informational purposes only. It is important to remember to show respect to victims of crimes and their families and be sensitive to their plight. Don't forget to interact with this video and subscribe to my channel. Your support goes a long way to help me create more content. After they had strangled Ranjitha, Kerthy and Sashi spent the next 3 days with the body. They did not know what to do with it, and the smell of the decomposing corpse was overwhelming, but they couldn't bring themselves to leave it. They sat by the body, talking and reminiscing about their love for each other and their plans for the future. But their idyllic 3-day sojourn was cut short when they were forced to dispose of the body. The stench was just too much, and they knew they had to get rid of it before it attracted unwanted attention. They took the body to a nearby railway track and dumped it there, hoping that no one would find it. For a week, no one knew what had happened to Ranjitha. Kerthy played the role of a grieving daughter, and no one suspected a thing. Now, Kerthy's father was a truck driver, and he would be away on the road for several weeks at a time. When he came home 1 week later, he found his home locked. He called his daughter, who told him she was hanging out with her friends. When she came home that evening, she went with her father to report her mother missing at the police station. Initially, in her statement to the police, she accused her father of harassing her mother. When questioned about the friends she hung out with during the disappearance of her mother, she became very evasive with her answers and said Ranjitha had taken her own life. When police found inconsistencies in her statements and noticed that she had scratches on her body, they became suspicious. Further questioning and examination of Kerthy's phone records revealed that she had been in constant contact with her boyfriend Sashi around the time of her mother's disappearance. This led the police to suspect that the two of them may have been involved in the crime. Police eventually caught a break when they discovered a body near a railway track, which was later identified as that of Ranjitha. The body was badly decomposed, but the police were able to determine that the cause of death was strangulation. Using this information, the police zeroed in on Kerthy and Sashi as a prime suspects. They were able to track down the couple and took them into custody for questioning. During interrogation, Kerthy confessed to the murder and revealed that she had acted with the help of her boyfriend and revealed the motive behind it. She had been in a relationship with 2 men that her mother did not approve of, and she held a grudge against her mother for trying to control her life. She saw the murder as the only way to be with Sashi. The news of the murder shocked the city of Hyderabad. People could not believe that a daughter could permanently end her own mother's life in cold blood. The case was widely covered in the media, and Keerthi and Sashi became infamous overnight. The aftermath of the murder was devastating for Ranjita's family. They were left to grapple with the shock and pain of losing a beloved family member in such a horrific manner. They struggled to come to terms with the fact that the person responsible for their loss was none other than their own flesh and blood. Keerthy's friends and acquaintances were left stunned by the news. They couldn't believe that the sweet and gentle girl they had known could have been capable of something so monstrous. They tried to make sense of it all, but the pieces just didn't fit. As the trial unfolded, the courtroom was filled with emotion. Ranjita's family sat in the front row, their faces etched with pain and anguish. Kerthy sat in the dark, looking down on the floor, unable to face the accusing glares of those around her. The judge presiding over the case struggled to maintain his composure as he listened to the gruesome details of the murder. Throughout the trial, Kerthy remained silent, only speaking when prompted by her lawyer. She appeared numb to the proceedings, as if she had resigned herself to fate. Her lawyer argued that she was not in the right state of mind when she committed the murder, that she was a victim of circumstance and misguided love. But the prosecution argued that she had acted with premeditation and that she deserved the harshest punishment possible. In the end, the judge handed down the verdict, sentencing Kerthy and Sashi to life imprisonment. The courtroom erupted in a cacophony of sounds, with some people cheering while others wept openly. It was a bittersweet victory, but one that came at a very deadly price. As for Kerthy and Sashi, they would spend the rest of their lives behind bars, reflecting on the terrible choices they had made. They would never see each other again and certainly would be haunted by the memory of the murder, by the thought of what could have been if only they had made different decisions. Until next time, humans, stay safe out there.